Hi guys, so on the update of last year, I know it's a really bad year for me, but I'm doing well and I'm coping well. Actually, having a bad year is really devastating. Right now, it's a new year. I don't want to linger on my past, but I do want to tell you guys an important lesson that I've learned from last year. I've already told you guys my lessons from last year, but what I haven't really told you guys is that I just want you guys to protect something. Protect your mind and protect your vibe. When I mean that, I have actually watched a YouTuber who actually created something that really inspires me to do this video. I actually agree with what she says. I don't want to really tell guys her name because I actually follow her name too, but I do follow her and I like her YouTube channel and the content. I want to tell guys that it's actually it's actually really important to protect the mind. When you come across people, you realize people have different personalities, people have different vibes, and it really gives off this really uncomfortable vibe for me. For me, I actually feel people's vibes a lot. I actually like to see people and observe how they would treat me and others. Mainly, it's funny because mainly when I see someone with my friend or anyone else, I definitely want to see how they treat me. I'm a person where I'm friendly to almost everyone and I would like to know them. But because people are not really who they are, people have different sides. People show sides to this show to their family and friends, and then to the side they show themselves and everything. We will never really know the person. Of course, when you're really close to a person and for years, and if you really feel like invite with the person, that's good. The most important thing is vibe. For mental health, it's important to surround yourself with supportive people. It's quite hard to live here, and it's really important to protect mental health and to see that having a vibe is really important. What you vibrate out is probably what you vibrate in. However, there's also other people who would actually are really bitter inside. They don't want to see you succeed. They want to see you happy. They just want the worst for you. I've actually met people like that last year a lot, and I'm very late to realize that actually I got out of it already. I'm not living in last year, and of course I'm clipped from them. What I can tell you that it is really important to take care of your mental health, because that is what really would determine how you see yourself, how you see the world, how you see people. And always fill your mind with good and positive stuff, because I don't want to take that for granted, because there are always times where, at night before I go to sleep, I feel so negative myself, because honestly, if I tell myself, if I have really positive mind, I'll tell myself that actually really not really. Also, I am also sometimes filled with negative thoughts about myself and about how people see me, but I don't have to worry about that, because actually I really don't. It's not worth my time. I went to Previously, I went to reflect about my life. I never think about that. I just want to tell myself that I'm not living in the past, but because I'm reflecting on it, and I think that it's not how I'm going to see myself in the future, and what happened to me does not define who I am. There's always going to be something that have a really bad intent on myself or anyone. I can't tell you guys how people's vibes are. You can just tell. Just speak. I'm really careful about what I am going to approach, who I'm going to approach, because that is really important to determine who they are. Of course, they're really lovely people with really good intention. I think the thing is, intention should be the word. Of course, people want to be friends with you. Of course, people can be friendly with you, but the intention they have sometimes, for example, people, like I said, people don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you happy. We have to really immediately be careful of that. When someone shows us their real side, never trust them again, because their real side is ugly. Unless, of course, you see the true side. Real side and true side is different. I say true, of course people will help you. Like for example, people in times of need, people obviously help you, the right people. Some friends, obviously they will help you. Maybe others not really. But depending on how you see them. And that's fine because people have different personalities, people have the way they want to help you. Sometimes people are not capable of helping you. But that's fine. People show their real selves, the ones that you really know them. And it comes up, boom, like really angry. You should believe that. If you can't tolerate that, leave. Because people when they're angry, they are really, they don't mean the things they say. They get really ugly inside out. You should just leave. Of course, it's normal to get angry, but to just be aware of that. Because the problem is that last year I went to stay with this kind of person. It was really bad. I thought he was really good to me. I thought the person was really good to me. Honestly, that vibe of the work was really bad. Sorry. But I want to just let you guys know that never stay with that vibe for so long. And always believe people's real self. Some people want to take advantage of you. You already know who your real friends are when you really need them. And you really need to not stay with that person for so long. Because now I'm out of there. It takes so much for me to just remove all the negative energy. I don't have to send hate at all. But I felt like I was being hated a lot by this kind of person. Because I did. And I just want people to know that it's just common sense. But because if you're a girl, if you care so much like me, because sometimes I'm selfless, that's my personality, please just know that protect your heart and protect your mind and your vibe. It's really important. This year, as I grew up, I learned that, of course, I'm an introvert. I don't have much friends. It makes me who I am. But of course, if I'm an introvert who wants to know everybody and get along with everybody, it's hard because that's not the way people are. People can see me differently, I can see myself differently, and that's how it will be very confusing for everyone. But no matter how much someone would want to send hate to me, to you, or anyone, or being very bitter, please just leave, because this thing is really affecting people. It's like a chain. There's always gonna be people who want to see you succeed and people who don't. Careful for those people who don't want to see you succeed, because that is some sort of jealousy, and it's really bitter. It's a green-eyed monster, and it's not something that, of course, everybody can be genuine, but there's also some people who aren't, so be careful of that. I think you'll know when you see the real side. Yeah, when they're angry at you, angry at something, you can't tolerate that in yourself, please respect yourself as a person and walk away from that, because I failed to do that. And for right now, if I want to say how do I want to move about my life, I am very aware of that he is not with me anymore. The vibe is not with me anymore. The workplace that is really bad for me, I'm not there anymore. I have already clearly moved on. The vibe is so real that something is still it's not really within me. I don't want to send it to anyone. I get angry too, but there's nothing I can do about it. So to just move on with peace in myself and not how others would want me to find peace, it's important to protect my vibe. At the end of the day, it's important. And to just on alone time, just decharge and relax, because the world is really hard. Also be careful of people who want to not be genuine. It's really hard. So for the rest of my life, I remember that because I don't want to be like stepped on again. Unfortunately, I don't want to be like that. Those people are people, but I'm going to warn you guys. So yeah, if some people were to ask me how I'm going to move on with my life, find peace in myself. Obviously, something in my mind, I can't find peace. To be for myself, to be always with myself, that's enough, because that's all I ever need. To know myself well, that's enough. I may not know the genuine intention of people, that's why I'm a bit and I leave, because I cannot understand, because it's not healthy for me. Only makes sense. But for ourselves, we go home at the end of the day, who we show to ourselves is important rather than who we show to everyone else. People can easily misunderstand us. Going home, reflecting on ourselves, if you ever do reflect, just know that for myself, being in myself, I know myself well. I know I'm not perfect, but that's only the way to acknowledge our mistakes and improve. It's not something that we can take back, but reflecting and starting to change from now, it's just like that. Change is hard, but once you're aware of that change, you're gonna be fine. So always protect your mind, protect your vibe, protect your heart, to never let yourself be broken by all these things. The world is the world, people are people. Always be careful and always never be led astray, and just always be protected and be careful about all those. The world is not really going to get better, neither will it get worse. I think the world needs more humanity. I think that's what I can see. It's too much. I don't like to see people hurt. I don't like to see that at all. People are more aware of people's hurt. It's where humanity comes in. I think we all just need to be more kind in how we treat others. If we slip up, there's always gonna be somewhere in yourself that say, I won't do it again. Because saying sorry, some people might never accept sorry because of how badly you have treated them up to the point of no avail. Repeatedly, sorry means nothing. It's your behavior and your face change that will always determine everything. That's why actions probably speak more louder than words. That's why I can always rely on. Because I'm also not a wordy person. I may type like that, but I like to think that my actions is the best to always determine who I am. Honestly, if you ask my my family members, I'm not really, and we never really say I love you. We just hug each other if we need to. That's how it is. Just the upbringing and how I was raised. My personality is like that. But for my friends, I also hug them too. I never say I love you because I care about them. So yeah. So I hope that people can take a lesson. And moving forward in life, always hold your own hand and always like, this is how I'm going to see the world. This is my perspective. But being through all of that, it's really not good for anyone. I want to just tell you guys my lesson about it, and I hope that people can benefit. If not, then it is fine. I just thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys can like my video or subscribe if you want to. But of course I make a lot of different content, so I hope you guys can enjoy. If not, just like